The 6.5 special program has just wrapped up, and this patch honestly looks completely stacked. We're getting the brand new 5-star character Linnea, who appears to be a meta-defining support, a big Mondstadt map expansion with the highly anticipated Dornman Port, a free Jahoda, and a bunch of extra juicy content on top of that. And in this video we'll sum up everything you need to know about the upcoming Luna 6 patch, from the banners and new maps to all the events and major highlights in between. Hello, welcome to Genshin Filter, your quick guide for everything Genshin. So let's get started! SKIRK and ESCOFFIER are here. And before you empty your wallets in the shop, let me share with you a site that will save you a lot of money. Top Up Live. This site lets you top up all the most popular games at much cheaper prices. By using my link, you can get up to 30% off compared to in-game prices. It's super simple. Just enter your UID and server and you're done. It's 100% safe using PCI security and delivers in just a few minutes. And for an even better deal, use my code FILTER for an additional 12% off. Or just FIL for 20%. So hit my link in the description or pinned comment to get these great deals. And thank you Top Up Live for sponsoring this video. Starting with the banners, the first half features the brand new 5-star character Linnea alongside Chasca with Linnea's new 5-star bow, Golden Frostbound Oath on the weapon banner. We'll go over Linnea in just a sec, but regarding Chasca, I did make a full video going over the current state of Geo and Anemo characters in today's meta. And spoiler alert, Chasca appeared to be the current best value Anemo DPS you can pull for right now, so she's still very solid. Then in the second half we're getting Lauma and Nefer reruns, which is a pretty crazy pairing, given that Nefer is currently the number 2 strongest DPS in the game, and Lauma is her dedicated support, which is pretty much a must pull if you plan on going for Nefer. In general, she's also one of the best supports in the game currently, working in a lot of other strong teams, and completely overshadowing Nahida, who used to be the top unit for Dendro teams. I did make a top 5 strongest DPS and supports video if you want to be up to date with the best characters in the game right now, and I might even make an updated Lauma guide soon, since we got both Nefer and Colombina since her release, which does warrant an updated overview on her. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if that's something you want to see. Lastly, there's also a new Chronicled Wish banner featuring the Fontaine characters, which does have some cool units like Navia, who is still good, especially if you plan on getting Linnea, which will take her teams to a new level. It's honestly funny how you can tell from these Chronicled Wish banners who fell out of the meta and who is still very strong, as both Neuvillette and Arlecchino are the only ones missing from it. Going back to Linnea, she's clearly the highlight of the patch, being a very promising new 5-star. I already made a complete guide on her, so if you want a detailed breakdown of her kit, best build and team, the link for her and the rest of the videos I mentioned will be in the description below. But for now, let's just briefly go over her kit. Linnea is a 5-star Geo bow user who ascends with crit rate, and her main playstyle is as an off-field Geo sub DPS that focuses on dealing very high Luna crystallized damage that scales off defense, while also buffing and healing the team, making her another premium support for her dedicated Luna reaction and DPS, being best in slot for Zibai, similar to the case with Flins within Nefer and Nefer with Lauma, skyrocketing Zibai's damage far above the rest to reach up to around 170,000 team DPS, making Zibai the absolute strongest DPS in the game right now. The way her kit works, like Zibai's and Colombina's passive, is that just by having Linnea on the team, even on her own, she will enable the Luna Crystallized reaction when Hydro and Geo collide. When you tap her skill, she will summon her companion Lumi to deal off-field AoE Geo damage. And if there are Moondrifts on the field, she will occasionally deal a Lunar Crystallized hit as well. You can also choose to continuously tap Linnea's skill to feed gems to Lumi, making her grow and grow until she unleashes one big nuke of an AoE Lunar Crystallized hit, and then Lumi will turn into a nerfed version of herself, where she only deals off-field Geo damage, which can come in very handy if you need a big burst of damage, like if an enemy is about to create a shield or die, and you want to quickly deal a big chunk of damage. Her burst does team-wide healing and then heals the active character with some very efficient healing that works amazingly with someone like Furina, and it also recasts Lumi to the field. In addition to that, she also reduces enemy Geo resistance while Lumi is active, buffs the Luna Crystallized reaction in the team, and gives elemental mastery to the carry or herself depending on whether the carry is a moon sign character, which together with her synergy with Furina really makes her a great support for the older Geo carries. Lastly, her overworld talent is a very unique one that lets Linnea use her charged shots as nets to catch animals and also collect ores from afar. Overall, she looks to be the best Geo support we have, and surely one of the best supports in the game, pretty much being a must pull for anyone looking to take Zibai to her max level or revive their old Geo carries. Outside of combat, you can do her story quest to learn more about her background and the origin of her being a Snowland Fae from Snezhnaya, a changeling who grew up among humans, and be rewarded with some Primogems and Linnea's Ascension materials, as well as cosmetic handmade badges you can attach to her backpack. So yeah, from everything we just covered, the banners are looking to be extremely stacked, so I hope you've been saving up those Primogems. Now for me, the other huge part of this patch is the exploration. We are finally getting Dornman Port, which honestly feels kind of surreal because this is a place Genshin players have been hearing about forever. It's north of Cider Lake in Mondstadt. It used to be an outpost for detecting threats, and now it's Mondstadt's main commercial port. So just from the atmosphere alone, this already feels like one of the most exciting Mondstadt updates we've had in a very long time. We'll also be seeing Lohen again, and they teased more intel around the port, plus that mysterious little girl we still know basically nothing about. She does appear to have an Anemo vision, which can make her a new Varka support, but we will have to wait for more info. But the patch doesn't stop at Dornman Port. Beyond that, we go up Windrest Peak, into an abandoned sanitarium, and then even higher into the Temple of Space, which is basically this floating area above Mondstadt, tied directly to Asmodee, the ruler of sky and space. On the way there, the traveler also meets a woman named Zeitlinde, who seems to be tied into this whole section of the story, and this is where things start looking really interesting. The Temple of Space is made up of different elevated landscapes based on different civilizations of Tivat. We saw areas based on ancient Liyue, Sumeru, and a chamber that mixes multiple civilizations together. So this isn't just one floating island, it feels more like a weird preserved collection of fragments from all over Tivat. The gameplay here also seems heavily built around space manipulation, and we'll have Dex, a cool looking floating hand helping us through the area. Dex can unlock hidden spaces inside paintings, mazes and other puzzles, so it looks like he'll be the main exploration mechanic for this whole region. At the same time, the temple is guarded by watchers, and if the rules of the place are broken, the temple goes on high alert. There's also a creepy hazard called the Apathic Interval, which looks like some eerie space void you can fall into. So the whole area has a much more unsettling vibe than normal exploration. And then on top of all that, one of the watchers escaped the temple and is now out in the wild outside Dornman Port. That new boss is the Watcher, Fallen Vigil, and it will be the one dropping Linnea's level up materials. So if you're pulling Linnea, get ready to dive right into the heart of this new map. Now for the events, the big flagship one is the Not Cry Trade Expo event, officially called Where Waves Meet the Reef, where you can get Jahoda for free, which that alone is already a huge win. The event is being hosted by the Voynich Guild. It revolves around free trade in Not Cry, and from the way they presented it, it sounds like total organized chaos. There are big sellers, a lot of old characters showing up, and Jahoda basically has to deal with all the problems while Nefer pulls the Traveler in as backup. Then for the actual gameplay, there are three main minigames. The first is Aino and Inefa's battle simulation, where you place different guard mechanisms and stack them together to optimize your firepower. The second is Navia's booth, where you use an experimental shield and switch between Numa and Osia at the right time to absorb attacks and fire back stronger counters. And the third is Beidou and Ningguang's Gijong Ballista challenge, where you defeat enemies, build support progress, and eventually get access to much stronger ballista firepower and explosive ammo. So the event seems to have a good mix of strategy, timing, and combat variety, which is nice. Outside of the flagship event, we're also getting flash cuts in Fontaine, which is basically a short-form filming and editing event, surveying and mapping with Mika back in Mondstadt. New character anecdotes, including Cardinal Seamus finally showing up, Leyline Overflow, and new TCG content with Aino, Dahlia, and a consecrated Fanged Beast card, plus some additional TCG modes. Lastly, Miliastra Wonderland is also getting some updates we can cover very briefly. The main ones are a new lobby design, more cosmetics, larger lobby capacity, free quest rewards including prismatic crystals, and a 4-star academy style outfit set. Also some more editor tools like better effects and skill editing, more scenery assets, a new UI asset library, and better environment tools. So if you use these modes, there's definitely some extra value here too. Overall, I think 6.5 looks like a very fun patch. Linnea is looking to be a meta-defining character and pretty much a must-pull for Zibai havers, and a great pull for anyone who is looking to revive the old Geo carries. And finally getting the long-anticipated Dornman Port, which is a new taste of the old and beloved Mondstadt, as well as the new Temple of Space map that look way more exciting than a normal map expansion. And of course, getting Jahoda for free is great, as she can be a very good free-to-play sustain in Lunar teams. For me, I really can't wait to try the full Notcry support team with Colombina as the carry, as I think it will be very fun. And of course, get that nostalgia shot of exploring Mondstadt again, but in a new light. And that's a wrap. Let me know down in the comments what you are most excited for in 6.5. Whether you are pulling for Linnea, going for the other characters on the banner, or just waiting for the new map. And if this video helped you in any way, consider giving it a like and subscribe for more filter guides. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!